So, let me read the title. Former Gearbox lore accuses CEO Randy Pitchford of taking secret 12 million bonus in lawsuit Gearbox calls absurd. The former general counsel of game studio Gearbox, Borderlands, Alien Colonial Marines, and CEO Randy Pitchford are suing one another in a messy legal battle that sees both men accused of violating their legal duties to the company. The suit against Pitchford is a full sensational allegation, including the accusation that the Gearbox CEO has received secret 12 million bonus from publisher Take-Two Interactive as an advance against Borderlands profits. Wade Callender, who served as Gearbox lawyer from 2010 until 2018, filed a suit on December 21st, 2018, accusing Pitchford of violating various contracts involving both Gearbox and a separate real estate company that they both own, as well as Chandler's own employment contract. Quote, the allegations made by a distinguished former employee are absurd, with no basis in reality or law, unquote, said the Gearbox spokesman in a statement to Kotaku. Quote, we look forward to addressing this meritless lawsuit in court and have no further comment at this time. Can't talk tonight. What's really getting weird with the story is that, and I'll skip to this part, Calendar's most lurid allegation against Pitchford is an accusation surrounding an event that he says occurred in 2014. Calendar says that Pitchford left a USB drive in Dallas, Texas restaurant containing sensitive corporate documents for Gearbox and its partners, including 2K Games, Sega, Sony, Microsoft, and others. Says the lawsuit, quote, upon information and belief, Randy Pitchford's USB drive also contained Randy Pitchford's personal collection of underage pornography. Several hours later, oh yeah. And then it goes on to, like, it's actually not underage pornography, but it's just, what do you call it? Cam girls with just turned 18 videos. I'm not sure if you had time to check this story out, Greg, but holy shit, this is a weird ass story.
It's a lot of, like, from what I gather from it, it's a lot of, like, yo, I'm gonna sue you. Well, yeah, I'm gonna sue you. Well, now, yeah, I'm gonna sue you now. And it's just back and forth bullshit, and a lot of the stuff is just accusations.
Yeah.
If any of these accusations turn out to be true, that'll be bigger news.
Absolutely. One of the things that did pop out, and they talk about in the podcast, or there's a podcast of him talking about porn, essentially, on a magic show, because he's a magician. He owns a magician company. And one of the things in the podcast he was on, he just kind of, I don't know how he brought it up, but, like, somehow was talking about porn on the podcast, and, like, he was like, yeah, man, I was just on he's basically saying, like, I was on a cam site, and, like, what she did was magic, essentially, like, quote, unquote, which basically means, like, he was looking at porn, but, like,
yeah,
so, yeah, like, it was a long way of saying, like, Randy Pitchford saying, like, the stuff in my USB drive, that's porn, that's legal porn, don't worry about it. But, like, also this legal battle is happening between two people who got really messy and ugly. Also, why did you leave a USB stick of documented, like, information at a restaurant? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a weird one for sure. And when I've heard about this story, like, this, in recent memory, this is one of the weirdest, just, like, outlandish stories I've heard in a while. Oh my god, I have to put section in here. Holy shit, hang on, read this. Okay, hang on. Okay, so, several hours after the publication of the story, R7 got tracked down a Magic podcast in which Pitchford had appeared last year. Around the same time, a Gearbox spokesperson also emailed the podcast to Kotaku. In an episode that went live December 22nd, 2018, the day after the lawsuit was filed, Pitchford told his version of the USB stick story for the first time. He said, Pitchford described his enjoyment of, quote, cam girl, unquote, pornography, in which a woman streams live erotic content, and explained that he had saved a porn video of a cam girl on said memory stick before it was lost. Quote, it's a woman who's masturbating, unquote. Pitchford said, unquote, And when she has some experience, that appears as if she's having an orgasm, a huge amount of fluid out of her vagina, unquote. This is not
Good.
this is not a sex worker. This is a fucking magician. Oh my
Yikes.
god. Holy
I mean,
shit.
it's no fucking secret that Randy Pitchford's a little bit of a weird dude.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've known that for fucking ever, but I don't think he is that weird to have, to be a pedophile essentially.
I don't think so too either. No, yeah.
Then again, we could be totally wrong, and he totally is, and needs to step down from fucking Take-Two. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a weird fucking story that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Red Valera's comment in the chat.
You can say it.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is a developing story. Like, first off, like we'll hear more down the line.
oh, hell
as,
yeah.
as the lawsuits actually start to fulfill and whatnot, but yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one for sure.
Yeah, I like the fact that like the USB stick was found by a young employee. Quote, some kid, an employee of the medieval times, discovered the memory stick, took it home, and accessed it because it was before we were password protecting and discovered secrets of my company and future games in development. And all discovered pornography. It was very illegal porn. The girl's handle was only 18. So, and he gave it back, but I'm pretty sure like it was one, A, Randy was pretty much like, thank you, and B, we know where we live. We know where you live, so if you say shit, we're gonna come after you, potentially. But, again, fucking, we're gonna hear more about this as it develops. One of the weirdest shit I've heard in a long time.
Yeah,
We'll see. The thought of, like, Borderlands 3 is kind of out the window right now with this shit coming up. So,
well, I don't think just because the CEO of the company that's publishing the fucking game.
That's true. Like, yeah, that's true. They could be still making it. Yeah, that's true. Very true. But
it'd be really fucking shitty if gamers out. Well, I wouldn't put it past them. But
I know.
Really shitty of gamers to fucking shit on an entire company because of the guy that's running the company. Like,
yeah.
You're gonna fuck over developers who are making a game you're looking forward to because the guy who's running the company is a little bit of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call on that, guys.
Yeah.
Real good job.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Hang on a second. Oh, yes, of course. That's the next one. Okay, give me 1 second. I totally forgot to do this when I was rambling about this story. Fuck, what did I put in the title? Hang on. Give me 1 second. Oh!
I mean, I can still on stream.
Well, no, because mine is... I have not much space to work with on my screen. I have like 5, 6 things going on, and I'm trying to make them all fit in one screen. It's gonna be some empty, not empty space, but empty thing. I am losing train of thought. Okay.